Hey guys and gals, let's build the Nether Portal by LEGO Minecraft. Set number 21143 contains 470 bricks. Now, I don't know if I'm going to break this build up into one part or two, but we have two manuals here. And haven't looked at these, and yeah, looks like we're going to have to build a bunch of accessories first, which is no surprise there. And of course, bags 3 and 4 is actually building the fun stuff. So I think we're going to probably do this in one sitting. Kind of don't want to do that, but I only got 2 more after this one, and it's done. So we're going to start with booklet number 1. And yeah, I mean, it's all accessory stuff at this point, except for here. So you won't even see the big stuff until bag 3. Well, let's get going here. Alright, so this one doesn't have a lot of big pieces until the end, so it may look like, you know, where's the pieces at? Is this a micro build? No, this is a regular minifig scale type thing. Alright, so let's get a building here. And I noticed this channel is slowly growing, which is pretty cool. So, and this is another one of those bedside builds that I've been known to do. And let's just get these done. I just want to get, you know, things done so I can grab the parts out of these and use them for builds. You know, like, these are great for window shutters. So that's kind of what I want to do here. And we're going to have to put together the minifigures and stuff. So, you know, when you start doing one Minecraft set, they all kind of get boring after a while and kind of bland. But we're going to get it done. Well, I have an interesting story to tell you guys and gals. So I was out with family for a lunch, and sometimes when you're in town you'll see the weirdest things go on. And so we had our lunch. We had a mid-lunch, like about 11 o'clock. I was taking some time between workloads, and we went out for fish and chips, which is pretty yummy. And when we came outside, we heard this screaming. Okay, you know, you think, oh, right, somebody's probably just having too much of a good time. Well, somebody was out there, literally just cussing up a storm. I mean, this person was just going hardcore and using some very harsh language and racial derogatories. That's like, oh my goodness. He was just yelling at nothing, at nobody. And I was so tempted to get my phone and just record this guy. And we just got Steve done. But I was like, that'd make a great post for like TikTok or something. I have a TikTok, but I don't have anything posted on it, and I thought that'd be perfect. Jastifer Raw, uncensored, you know. I mean, this guy was just going ham. And that's just it for this one right here. So you got Steve, Baby Zombie Pigman, and the not a blaze. I don't know what those things are. But yeah, it was pretty interesting today, and I just thought, well, in other words, it livened up a boring Monday. That kind of thing. So sometimes Mondays are very long and boring. And I like it to where sometimes everything goes smooth, but my dentist texted me. I was going for a tooth cleaning, and they decided to change my appointment from like 11 in the morning, which is fine, till like 9 a.m. in the morning, which is not fine. And, you know, when you have work stuff to do, and sometimes, you know, it depends on what jobs, like I have a side job that I do, and I usually update servers for, it depends, like for web browsers, and not web browsers, web pages and stuff. You know, that stuff has to be done late at night. And, oh, we're going to need to change your appointment. And you're like, really? I'm only going to have 3 hours of sleep. You're kidding me. And no. So I was like, cancel that. I'm like, no, I am not going to get up early in the morning to deal with that. I mean, I need to get it done, but, oh, we're overbooked. I said, well, can we do it the following week? Oh, no, we're overbooked. And I'm just like, man, some people admit they overbook their staff. I think the lady that was there last time, she was really nice. And I think she just kind of gave up and quit. I don't know what the story was. And I thought, when you overwork your staff, they're not going to stay around too long. You know. Yeah, it's been really nice. Like, it's been in like the low 80s. It feels like fall weather. But fall's just around the corner in a few more days. But guess what? We're going to be in the high 90s again. So while the nights are in like the 50s, it's the days will be in the 90s. So nighttime is when you want to do everything. So it's like, when is the heat going to end? And been hearing about the weather in Puerto Rico. Like, man, they're getting hit hard with rain. And out here, it's like we can't even get any rain. I think they had like 30 inches of rain that hit them. And it's like, wow, I don't even see that in 10 years where I'm at. Maybe 20 years. I mean, how does that go on there? Oh, it goes on here. You know, I'm just gonna, well, this thing's kind of weird. I don't like these things too much. Well, they show those things hanging down, but maybe I put them on wrong. We'll just turn them around. These things are vicious. They just spit fire at you whenever they want, and it's like you need those to make a stinking, what do they call those things? A brewing stand? And then you need them to power up the brewing stand. So what do? You just have to deal with them. So not too bad. Then we got to build one redstone torch. I used to like playing with redstone, and I just kind of stopped, you know. Been wanting to write my own mods up, but when you do a lot of computer programming in the daytime, it's like, yeah, I want to do my own projects, but it's like, I don't know, I really want to be on the computer longer. Yeah. So, that having been said, it's been like, well, because I want to write up a few mods. I can't tell you what they are, but it's stuff that I really want to see in the game. But I'm also learning how to write up my own blocks, block states and stuff. Like, I just set up the environmental, the environment for programming this stuff. I just hadn't had a time to really run through their tutorials, because it's going to be for Fabric. I'm not going to be messing with Forge anymore. Forge is probably a little bit more robust, but Fabric is the way to go. And that's pretty much how I'm doing it now. And we got to make 2 of these. Yeah, I've been just looking at that, and I'm just like, well, I've already been on the computer enough. I don't really want to do anymore. It's just like Lego. If I made Lego a job, that's how it would be like, well, I don't want to make a mock. I've already done enough of that for the day, you know. Kind of speaking of that, how do these guys have so much time to take off of work for doing Lego conventions and stuff? I know I couldn't do that. Now, there's a little bit of a spoiler in this set, though. There's two different types of white studs. They have these studs and they have the ones that glow in the dark. So the ones we're using in here is obviously for the quartz, and the next ones we'll be seeing probably in bags 2 or 3 will be for the glowstone, and they don't glow very bright. We'll take a look at it here in a little bit, but yeah. There we go, got that done. Now I got to build one of those. You got to be careful too, because sometimes they'll tell you 1 or 2 in the book. Of course, we got to make the bed. We've already made a bunch of these. More like a cot than a bed. Minecraft, the bed is the safe place to be. Hide in bed. So what do you do for those whole 10 minutes that you're in bed? You mean the mobs just walk right by you and not bother you while you're sleeping? You obviously know it fast forwards a day unless you're on a multiplayer server with that turned off. And we don't know. And I've been seeing some of the new stuff. Well, speculations for Minecraft 1.20, and I'm hoping they'll add more blocks and stuff. Useful things like add kitchen stuff and bathroom fixtures. I want to be able to build the fun stuff, not that stuff. It's like, take it. This is probably a magma block, not magna box, magma block. Where you walk on it and your feet sizzle unless you got Frostwalker on or something. It's like, oh, my feet are burning. And you discover the floor is lava. And you got to make one of those. But see, this is all we're doing is very basic stuff for bag 1. It's not really anything special. I think this is probably a mine cart. And that's exactly what it is. Yeah, so I've just been pulling out ideas for the campground, but I haven't even built it yet. Right now, as the filming of this video, it's September. And unfortunately, I just haven't had time. Mainly, I just want to hurry up and get all these filmed and stuff. Get them filmed just so I can start working on the mocks more hardcore. Lego's sending me stuff to review, and I need to start making space out. Right. I think they make a plate that does that. That's a 1x2 like that. I don't remember, but they probably do. I don't know why we're doing this. But I could be wrong, and oh, it's actually powered with redstone. So, now, so far the build's pretty straightforward on this. It's not hard or challenging. So far it just seems we're just building accessories. We're not building it as we go, so yes, the build's pretty easy, straightforward, but it's also getting a little boring. Yeah, see, we got the glow-in-the-dark symbol here too. You probably will never see those in my own tutorials for a while, because those parts are pretty pricey. So there's your minecart, and there's the leftover pieces. So we're going to move on to bag 2, and I'm going to slide this stuff off to the side. Obviously you can tell this is probably the gas. I have been sorting parts as well too, and my goodness, it's a lot of work, but I am slowly getting the parts sorted. And I believe that some of these are glow in the dark. So what I'm going to do, I'm trying to think of where I put my black light at. Okay, one black light. It still works too. Let's see here, we'll warm that right up. Maybe these don't glow in the dark. You'll see them turn green, but okay, they are turning green. Alright. Yeah, it's hard to tell with the light in here. I'm trying to brighten them up. Let's see here. Huh. Let me try a regular light. Yeah, you could barely see them glow. So that's our glow style. Boy, in Minecraft it's really bright, but in regular Lego form it's so dim. You may as well just use regular white studs for it, I guess. I don't know how many watts this is. Probably just a 1 watt bulb, or maybe 5 watts at the most. You really can't distinguish the difference on this. So when you're doing this set, it's very critical that you keep everything in its bag, like bag 1, bag 2. I don't know if the set could be retired by now, I don't know. But if, you know, you could buy these parts. Lego has them on their Pick-a-Brick, I mean. But it's obviously not really of use. See, it's barely glowing in there. So there's your glow. So at least we only have to make one of those. And we got a treasure chest. I have so many of these chests now, it's not even funny. Remember, they used to come in old brown, and they came in reddish brown, pink, transparent colors. They come in a lot of different colors. Alright. This must... Okay, I thought this was for a brewing stand, but no, this is actually a potion. So you just make one of those. You set that in here with the diamond pickaxe. And that's just it. You can't even close it. So, and so we're just building a bunch of whatnots, you know, like what do you do with all this stuff? Yeah. All right. Yeah, I tell you, sometimes looking young is not really a good thing. And it's nothing worse when you get hit on by somebody that's younger than you. And you're like, you don't want to ask the person, like, I had a gal that did that to me, and I'm just kind of thinking politely, how do you ask somebody about their age? And saying, oh, are you over 18, you know? I mean, kind of ambiguous. So now I'm like, you don't look like you're around my age. Oh, how old do you think I am? I'm like, well, you're obviously too young for me if you're asking that. And sometimes they get a little rude with you, and I'm thinking this is just lava falling down. So now we're doing the ghast. But I'm like, no, I'm not on YouTube to pick up a date. Sorry. Sometimes they take it offensive. Well, I'm sorry, but I enjoy having the lock on my side of the door. Basically meaning I don't want to go to jail. And then sometimes I'll just say, hey, you know, which is true, I'm already interested in someone else. It's like, not to be rude, but get away from me. I mean, I don't like being rude like that, but, you know, just for my safety and well-being, I don't want to deal with that. Like, sorry, but I prefer gals my own age, well, around my age anyways, you know. I had a friend of mine ask me, where do you get these at? He said he thought these were 1x3x4s, and I'm like, I wish. But now he wanted a 1x4x3 for a project. I'm like, well, there you go. Well, this set has a couple of them. He's building some. He wants to use it because it gives extra space inside of a build. I'm like, okay. Yeah, excuse me. That's the downsides though on doing YouTube stuff. That's why I always was hesitant on showing my face on here. Especially when you're out doing something and somebody takes interest and they're like, oh, like, I'm sorry. Okay, there's a couple of 1x4s on that. The gas in this thing is kind of silly looking, but you know, I told my family, I was like, you don't need to buy me any more Lego unless it's raw parts. Like if you go, like if you find somebody selling used old Lego, I'll take that. You don't want it new? And I'm like, no, I don't really care. I just want it. I just want loose parts. Yeah. You know, why the loose parts? Well, I can do whatever I want with them. So the gas actually has little stud flowers inside of them. Must be the fire building up inside. Yeah, I'm just kind of, I'm beat. Now for side jobs, I'm doing a lot of web programming. And usually that goes into about, probably about early mid-December, then it stops. So I just do a few little side jobs and that's it. Something to kind of pass the time away. And the set comes with 10 inverted tiles, so if you're looking for those, this set's a valuable source for parts. I'm not sure why we're doing that for. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. I can look at the box and cheat, but no, we're not going to cheat today. No, we're not cheating. Boy, how does that even go in? Oh, it's just not lined up. Yeah, but I am ready for winter. I know there's some back east that say they don't want it to come because of the snow, and hearing on the news that the power is going to get expensive, or heating your homes is getting expensive. Well, where I'm at, I don't even have to run the heat. You know, it never gets that cold to do it. At night it does. That's the beauty of doing, wait a minute, this goes on the sides here. That's the beauty of doing computer programming, is the computer heats up the house. You know, I don't need to run the heat. I only run it a handful of times in the year anyways. You know, I don't really need to run it every day. And some people do, and that's, you know. Summertime is when I want it to feel like a freezer. I think this is the, I'm not sure, it might be the, these things are always ugly. Let me put these on the sides here. See, stuff like this, you know, is it useful? It depends. And that's just kind of flimsy there, but it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know how many of you guys and gals are ready for the cold weather, but I am ready. I'm ready to go out and go for a nice long walk or a jog, and then not have to worry about anything. And I'll go out and just kind of jog and I don't know, get away from things for a bit. So we got to put some Technic pieces in there, huh? So yeah, doing Minecraft sets after a while does get pretty boring. And okay, that's offset there. I think that's for the stud launcher. So I'm taking it, this is probably the face. I can't tell until we're done. It's upside down or something like that. I don't really know. But yeah, oh, 2x3s. Boy, those are rare. Yeah, so this is actually the first time I've actually am running out of Lego sets. That means now I can focus on parts. And speaking of parts, I tried as carefully as I can to keep, well, here's one. Oh, here's the other one. I was going to say, did I mix these up or something? I've been getting pretty bad about that. You know, I'm really surprised, though, that the Pokemon company didn't team up with Lego and make Pokemon Lego sets. You know, those would probably sell like hotcakes. And I know that they have another block company that makes them, and I'm like, well, I'm a Lego fanboy. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to. Ugh, excuse me, get the knockoff stuff. And you also get 2 black inverted tiles, and those are buried inside. They really wanted to say that. Why don't they just put the white ones in there? You know, I don't get that. Unless they're trying to blacken that out, but it won't really matter. Now it looks like the Ghast. So that's exactly what it is. What happened? We don't have a white one to put in there? Yeah, but after a while I'm kind of tired of building sets. It's really all I'm doing is copying a picture. Well, Jay, why do you do it? Well, you know, these are given to me, and I'm not going to just open up the set and just dump the parts in my bin without building it. And two, it makes good video content like commentary stuff, so I can just sit here and tell you my 2 cents worth of a set. I try to have an open mind on these. Is this an interesting build? Probably for a younger builder, but for myself, you do a bunch of these, they're not really exciting, and you got to do 9 of these tile things. Yeah, I don't know who's ready for Christmas, but I am ready. I'm just ready for the holidays. Usually holidays for me don't start, it doesn't feel like a holiday until the week before Halloween. Once day of Halloween, that's when the fun stuff starts beginning. Like, okay, November comes around, then I take off work for a really long time, and then enjoy my Christmas, enjoy my Thanksgiving and Christmas, and just kind of chill out, not have to worry about everything, and spend time with family and friends and any co-workers that I like. Just about done. That's pretty much what I'm doing. Probably going to sit back and maybe work on my resource pack I was been meaning to finish up. And well, it does not want to go on there. At least these tiles are printed. So basically, you're supposed to push these back here. Probably just a notch. They don't tell you that in the book. Well, instead of this bending, that's what it did. It just breaks. So bending these can be a real bitch after a while, because these pieces will come out. Alright, basically what you do is you stick this nice printed tile, it locks in here, like that. Looks kind of silly, then you push this back button here and it shoots all the... Oh, it shot in the minecart. Wow, that's kind of rare. So, obviously it tells here don't point this in someone's eye. Yeah, I can see why on this one. So, the back doesn't look too exciting, but there it is. Yeah, it does look like the Ghast. And the tiles that go with it. So you get two of these. They're both the same. And this is pretty much what we have left. We have an extra jumper plate. So did I miss a jumper plate somewhere? I mean, obviously if nothing's falling apart, I think we're fine. I'll take a look here, but I really don't see anything missing in here. Well, we'll hang on to that because we don't know. I don't usually know Lego to send pieces that big that are extra. Now we're going to move on to bag 3. Looks like we're just building just the base. And so far the build, you know, is it interesting? It's got a lot of accessories, but for me these are starting to become just the same old stuff. So this one's actually got bigger parts. And I think this will be a good build for a younger, you know, like a Minecraft, somebody who's into Minecraft, like a kid or something. If you're an adult, if you're into this, maybe it might be a relaxing build. It's not terribly bad. I've built worse Minecraft sets than this, but... And yes, this is reddish brown, and since this is an older set, this reddish brown and new dark red are usually the brittle colors. Yeah, I've been kind of thinking about doing a story time about being on the spectrum and doing Lego and stuff. I don't know if anybody would be interested in that, but I've been noticing more and more people who watch these, you know, they're just as open. So I guess it's okay if I'm open too about it. Just have to deal with it. Not everybody's life is put in easy mode. I know some people whose lives are in hardcore mode. It's like, oh man, I won't think I can survive. Oh, this is getting to be off cam here, huh? These are good for making trailers and stuff, so I'm glad we got a couple of these 6x12s. Let's start with this one here. Looks like it's just 4 studs away. Yeah, I've been kind of looking for some, you know, topics to talk about, and I think that might be one of them. I've known a few Lego enthusiasts who've been banned out of other Discord groups and stuff because people around my age don't know how to handle it. I'm like, well, first off, if they're open about it, just be accepting and move on. I mean, it's not that hard. We do things differently anyways. Not everybody builds the same Lego house. You can give somebody a picture and say, here, build this house in Lego. And I'll guarantee you'll get probably 10 interpretations of it. I've been doing this more and more, putting these lines like this here come down. I'm still working on the farmhouse, just don't have time, and it's just one of those builds I'd like to get done before Halloween, which at this point it's kind of pointless, but I've been kind of gathering up stuff, going through manuals, getting things pieced together, and all sorts of stuff. And this is actually flipped over and probably goes like this. This thing doesn't really make any sense. It shows that it's flipped. I guess you have to slide it underneath. I had to kind of look at the picture to see how that goes in there. I was kind of confused. And I forgot a transparent orange plate. Does that go there? Doesn't really matter. I'll probably go OCD if I don't. So far it looks like we're doing somewhat of a decent base for this. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to just do this all in one build, get it out of the way, so I can review it and have it ready up by Christmas time. And that's the thing though, like I was going to have a camper build for November and I don't know if I'm going to get to it. I'm still behind by 2 cars and a camper. A camper mock and a camper tutorial, because I always do an early camper and a late camper. Just everything's been kind of hectic lately. I just don't have the time. Means I get more parts, just less time to enjoy them. Alright, it looks just like the picture, and this goes here. I was going to say, it's kind of oddball, but yeah, it looks like a 4-stud opening right there. Usually these are all 6x6 for like chunks or something, but maybe not. Oh, I see why. That goes on the top. Yeah, this set does not come with a brick separator, so what do? Either gonna have to find something and, or you just take this here and just whoosh those together. It's not the best thing, it's pretty crude, but, well, it looked like it mostly worked. Better than how it was before. Let's see here. Yeah, I've been getting more people asking about ASMR on this. So, I mean, maybe I should just sit here and just talk really quiet, huh? I mean, if it's just me here right now, I can get as loud as I want and all that stuff, but, I'm going to turn it this way, because that's how I can see it in the book. But I'm not one of those type of people that likes to whisper and stuff, so I don't think I'm going to go that route. I think I'm just going to sit here and just talk normal, you know. And so those are gold. Okay. This must be a powered rail, but see right here, I first thought those were transparent orange, but no, they're just the gold. And this is pearl gold, so this is not a metallic gold. So if you need these for, like, I guess making a bank or something, you need some gold ingots or just gold bars. There you go, right there. But yeah, it's just, once I get all these reviews done, I'll have one big large library of parts that I can just start building from real quick and just start hitting things hardcore. I mean, literally just go in on it. Just get it done. You know what I mean? There we go. Alright, what's the dealio here? Oh, we're putting more of the rail in. I guess the nether portal sits here. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, that is brown. I thought that just dropped a dark red in here. I was like, wait, why do I have to pull that out? Am I actually going to have to get up and get that brick separator? I have a bunch of that around here. I've been pulling bricks out of old set. I've been parting out a bunch of sets. I mean, it's just going crazy right now, going through and parting stuff out, going through the boneyard and taking all this stuff apart. And, you know, sometimes I'll take a set apart. I'm like, oh, I could build a mock around this piece real easily. And the next thing you know, it's like, well, I don't have time for that right now. I'll have time in about 2 months. Yeah, right about 8-9 weeks away. I got a long ways away to wait, so it'll be a while. I can have the fun stuff. Alright. So far so good. So I guess book one does 1, 2, and 3, and I guess the last book just does 4. So I guess we're just building a small portion of a biome, and that's it. And that's all she wrote, huh? Yeah, but if you've never owned a Minecraft set before, you don't even own another set, so far this would probably be an interesting build. Especially if you don't have these colors. That'd be great for all sorts of stuff. But Minecraft sets, I got a lot of good parts for terrain. So if, let's say you could be in an area that has red sand or something, or that'd be pretty good. I gotta go this way now. Yeah, I can't wait for the holidays. Okay, and then we got to tile it up. Now, despite these crude tracks, and I understand they're trying to go for the Minecraft flavor, these actually do work, and we'll show you here in a second. Okay, so this goes right here then. Except for this missing part here, because that's what the book shows. And basically, the little redstone studs stick in here. You can turn it kind of clinky a little bit, and it goes off track here, and it goes right here. It does really good on a straightaway, but you know. Yep, and that's it. It tells us to go to book 2. I just caught myself. I almost started without recording. So here's bag 4. Got a transparent purple piece. And here's book 2. And I saw on the back of this here, I'm not sure about this set here, 2144. I may have that one, but all these around here I have. This one's kind of questionable too. You're supposed to put all the biomes together and stuff, so yeah. So this is the last part we're building here. And the container is pretty full, but well, guess what? It's all big stuff. Okay, so let's get going here. It's just all big stuff, so you know, shouldn't take that long to get done here. And the first thing we got to do is start with this. So usually with all the big parts, we have to rifle through all the stuff, the small stuff first to get to the good stuff. Now, why didn't they put this in bag 1? I have no clue. I really don't know. I mean, sometimes designers do things like that. Like when I write up my manuals, I go back through it thinking, why did I put this step here? Why don't I just combine it with this step and save some time? That's why I don't have an age range on my builds, although I should rate them. Some of them have small pieces that are not intended for people under 18. Since that's the new rules everybody's starting to go under now. Well, there's a tile there. Well, there's one on the other side too, okay. So they could have put these in when we were doing the other stuff. So yeah, you get a lot of bricks in this bag. I mean bricks, building bricks. Not the most exciting colors, but you're getting bricks. And there was actually a flat tile that goes down there. So I think I threw it in the bin here. I did. I'll stick that down in there. See, sometimes I'll forget things. That's perfectly alright. We all make mistakes. Oh yeah, sometimes when you make a portal into the nether, yeah, you'll find out that lava sometimes will pour right on top of that. I've had one time that just pierced an area, and boy, lava just, you walked in there, you just sizzled to death instantly. And usually when I play is what I call creative survival. And no, it's not creative mode. I just put where you can keep your inventory on and you just gather items. That's pretty much how I've been playing. I'm on a server, I have to remember, oh, this person's not too friendly like I am. They probably have that turned off, which usually they do. So I'll do that too, you know. And I'm going to have to re-angle this here eventually. At least we're doing big stuff now. Yeah, I've been getting some pretty good ideas for some new mocks. It, you know, I had a friend of mine that says, you need to start writing all this stuff down so you remember, because you're going to forget pretty easily. And I'm like, yeah, right. Well, now he was right. So I've been writing a lot of my ideas and stuff down, what fans have sent me, what I've sent myself. And I've been writing things down and who submitted ideas and stuff. And I'm like, now if I can just gather the time to start building things, that would be perfect. But that's the problem, though. It's just gathering that time up to do that. Yeah, just like the real Minecraft gig, this nether stuff is so boring. There's no color. Like this up here looks fine. This just looks kind of, yeah, you know what I mean. Not too thrilling in there. You just have to deal with it when you go in the nether. You have to hear that gas crying a tear. Those things used to be so hard. I've gotten good at just swinging my pickaxe at him, knocking that fireball back at him and collect his tear. It's like, well, go cry me a river. So we have a piece of stone in there. That could be gravel too. We don't know. Let's see here. Some goofy thing. I'll just say what it is. Alright, it's this. I'm not sure what that is right there. Looks like it's got some Technic attached. So we'll see here. Yep, see the Technic brick. You know what's been getting pretty aggressive with Technic bricks is friend sets. My goodness, sometimes you'll build like a house or something like some with friends. It's like they got some, very basic Technic stuff in there, but it's like, really? I did have a fan comment saying that they enjoy watching my tutorials. They help them learn new brick names and stuff. And I always like to hear that because at least I know somebody's appreciative of my work and stuff, And I try to make things as informative as possible. I don't want to leave things out and have you scratch your head going, what does he mean by that? That kind of thing, and I don't want to do that. With my tutorials, you won't get the stinking piano music. What you'll get is an explanation as to why I'm building it. Of course, all the stuff that I build that's mock related is just stuff that I want to preserve. Just go like that. Yeah, it does. Okay, I survived that. Oh no, we got to put more on there. It's like, oh yay, we're done with Technic. I just can't get into Technic. No, we're not done yet. We got more boring Technic to put in there. Looking for one of those rubber shock things. Well, there, it's one of these. Sometimes I'll use these for diving boards to give it a little spring. Goes in like that with the shaft on the top. There you go. And are we done yet? Absolutely not. It shows that this goes here. So let's take a look here, and it looks kind of like that. Well, yeah. Yeah. Looks like it drops in like this. Yeah, it's exactly what it does. And okay, now we got to start all over here. Not sure what that's for yet. We'll have to figure out. So sometimes when you're building a set, you don't know what you're building. You just have to start assuming things. Like, where does this thing, what is this thing, what's the point of this function? Like, what does this do? Wait a minute. You know what? Hold on. It shows it's in here. Or does it go like that? Okay, it goes like that. So be careful with this. I wasn't paying attention. It's supposed to be touching this right here. So yeah, I was looking at that thinking, that just doesn't look right. Well, now we know why. I just wasn't paying attention there. So yeah, despite this being probably for younger builders, even I'm sometimes having a problem with it. At least we're working on the green side again. Like, I still got to get up and brush my teeth. I thought this was going to be a fast one here. And, well, I don't even know what time it is. The phone's off. I'm only guessing that this right here is even with this, but I don't see a 2x2 brick in that color. Let me back up and take a look here. Oh, wait a minute. Here it is. Boy, yeah, I really do need to get some sleep. And I'm surprised I didn't use that fancy 2x4 jumper plate. Yeah, it's 2:35 in the morning. I think it's time that I need to call it a night. Oh, it's just two 1x1s in there. It's like, wouldn't there be a 1x2 here? No, it's just two 1x1s. I saw this, I thought, why do we stick two 1x2 or 1x1s there? Wouldn't it just a 1x2 would suffice? And now we gotta start putting accessories in here. So the chest sits here. At least it's on jumper plates where you can remove it. And looking for the redstone torch. Somebody's hiding it from me over here. Oh, there it was. The minecart was hiding this. And that goes there. That was it? Just a little bit of parts there? Huh. So we're using this to anchor things in. We have a redstone here. Oh, it's right. It's powered up the rail. That's why it's there. It's like, okay, why do we have the redstone torch there? But now I know why. I mean, we really won't know until after we build the whole thing. Now, honestly, this is not meant to be dropped in a Lego City. So if you see this, don't expect too much from it. Okay, just started on that one there. Okay. Kind of just watching myself, making sure I'm not really making mistakes, especially when you're getting tired. We got all these. Why are we using this all of a sudden? I did get a fan say, Jay, if you had a lot of sponsors doing this, would you be doing this full time? I probably would be doing it more aggressively. Huh. Do I have to wiggle and jiggle that in? Well, how does... Okay, they show this going in here. Am I trying to make it fit where it's not supposed to fit, but it doesn't fit here? Let me take a look here at that. It has this black thing here. Oh, wait a minute. Let's push that all the way in. There was a cross axle sticking out. Now it fits. There we go. I was scratching my head thinking, okay, did I forget something? I mean, what's the age range on this anyways? I even have the box close by. I wish the booklets had more. It's rated for 8+, so that explains it. Well, the plus means me, so I guess it's okay. At least we're using these to lock all this together here. It's a good way for joining walls of different colors so it looks seamless. I don't know what that's supposed to do there, but we'll find out eventually. Yeah, you get a 2x10 brick in dark red. Watch, I place that down and it just turns into powder. Just... Alright. Yeah. Okay, the sub steps, it must be the top part of this. Oh, okay, so I was like, okay, how are they going to do this with this? But I think I know where they're going with this. Don't want to spoil it for you. So, put this together. I guess I can talk about it. Spoiler alert. You've all seen a doggy door, right? So I'm sure some of you have seen one point or another in your life. Yeah, that's what this is. Which way is that face? Alright, so I got it facing the right way. Alright, these purple pieces are pretty cool. I wonder if a black light works with this. Doesn't look like it illuminates with it, so seeing if that would actually glow. That's basically essentially what this is a doggy door. So I guess you can shove the minecart through there and pretend. At least it's not some goofy vinyl thing. So it goes like this. Make sure that this piece here is facing... Well, before we do, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't really show you here. They show that the glass is like this, so I'm assuming that this part here goes facing outward. But it just doesn't look good. Shouldn't it be sunk in? Because mine, well, that's how it is. That's how they want it. You know, I bet that's supposed to go the other way. Let me look here. Well, one way to actually find out is to look at the box. Let's see here. That dark line there, does it show the back side? Oh, it is flush on the back side. Okay. Just making sure. I didn't want to commit to that and mess up there. Well, that sure doesn't want to go down. There we go. That's basically what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. It obviously doesn't stay straight, so wouldn't there be a stop or something on that? What does the book show here again? Shows this thing straight. Haven't put the tiles on top, but I doubt that's going to stop it. Got to put that piece over there in. We're almost done with this. Almost done with the torture. Yeah. It's almost like I did something wrong, but no, it's just, I guess that's just the way it is. It's not, maybe there is a stop or something. We just haven't put it in yet. They do show a brick here, but I doubt that's going to stop it. I hear it rubbing. Let's see. Put the other tile in there. Okay. And now, finish up the bricks. And I'm really tired. It's almost 3 in the morning. Let me crank this baby out and get it done. Well, I can go night-night. It's not a bad little idea that they have here. It's just kind of, you know, that door is just kind of weird. And after that, you put another one of these here. Just about there, folks. Now we got to take some of those little mushrooms. At least these, they tell you to build them in the book like this. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to stick the tiles on here, or these on here first. It's easier doing it this way than trying to do that, especially you got big hands like me. It's just easier to set it on here like this. You know, just to get it done. There we go. And now, 2 of these things, and they just hang off the sides. So what was the point of these for, huh? I mean, why do we have these? Okay, unless there's something that's supposed to sit on the top of that. Out of all that work, then we got to put this one here at the bottom down here. Like that was an aftermarket or something. I mean, literally, put these on the bottom. Wouldn't you put these on there before, Lego? Don't you revise this stuff? Do we have to do it for you? And let's put the bed in here. I should do what the book did and leave it loose like that. They only had it sitting like that. No, I'm pressing mine all the way down in there. And this just sits here. And what else? The quartz goes here. And this stuff is on jumper plates, so you can easily remove it. And you got the glowstone. That doesn't really work. Put that right here. You put something on top of that. goes? It goes there. And the other one goes here. And this just looks like a pile of mess. And shows that it goes down in here. Maybe that's where it's supposed to fall. Well, this thing feels like it's ready to break apart here. Or you're supposed to press it down. So I guess this is supposed to meant to do this. So put that there. Lava comes crashing down on you. Okay. Well, it even shows it here with the magical finger. And that's it. So, alrighty, let's put these away and we'll change the camera angle for you. Okay, now we can start throwing things in here. And this guy here, I'm just going to set him where he can go blow something up. Okay. As long as you don't punch these guys, you're safe. I'll set him right there. Whatever he is. These things are always bouncing in lava. I'm just going to set this guy, and we'll set him there. And then I think that it gave you a regular pigman. And of course you got this big marshmallow that just sits around here, so just pretend like he's floating there. And basically what you do is you'll just have Steve in his iron armor, or iron leggings, or whatever you want to call it, and trying to get him to sit down in here is almost impossible. You got a jumper plate in there, and I'm not sure what that's for. So what it's supposed to do, and this is what I'm gathering, is that he's supposed to go in here. This doesn't really close. It's almost like it's backwards. It's supposed to go in here. Well, I guess the sword is making it impossible for him. Well, it does kind of work. You know what, I don't like this, but let me take a look here at the book. See, they show the glass like how I have it here. But wouldn't they have faced it the other way? No. Take a look at the box here. You can see it's flush right in here. That's what I'm interpreting it as. But what if you were to come in here and flip this backwards? I wonder if that would balance it out a bit more. Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to do. Because that's pretty close. It's not weird or anything, but I think it's meant for a smooth transition. Now, I'm not going to do this too many times. I don't want to ding that up, but yeah, his sword will hang on to it. Now, it kind of works. Sure, just the minecart alone will go through there just fine. Other than that, though, I mean, it's a nice attempt, but to me, it's, I mean, you may as well just not have it here and have the gas fly around through it. So I got this, we got the lava. So what you do is you just see how this is tilted right here. You just lift this up or push it down and the lava falls down in there. And this stuff's all removable. So I would say probably for a younger builder, this would be okay. For somebody like myself, even though if I'm a Minecraft player, you know, was it pleasant to build? It was a little different, but redundant at the same time, building all the small stuff first. These gas things, I'm just going to set that in there and forget it. And then this. Okay, there we go. I hope I didn't shove that in all the way. Okay. Guess that's what you're supposed to do. But other than that, though, you know, did it keep my attention? Well, I didn't quite bellyache through it. Some places pretty questionable, like this door hitting Steve in the rear. Don't let the door hit you in the buns when you're on your way out. But for me, yeah, it's just one more Minecraft set that I got off my list. But for a younger builder, yes. For an adult, you know, I mean, it's got some good stuff. If you're into Minecraft, this has got some good ideas from this, like this and such. I find it on sale is pretty good. It's got a lot of good parts, lots of good bricks. But for me, I'm just glad I got it done.